Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 14, 14, longest common prefix, right? So what the question states here, we are given an array of lowercase strings. Here you can clearly see we are given a array of this one lowercase strings. We have to find the longest common prefix shared by all the strings. So longest common prefix that is shared by all the strings they have given, right? So we need to find the longest common prefix shared by all strings. If no such prefix exists, then we have to return an empty string. So let's come to the second example. Just see this one for now, right? So if no such prefix exists, then we have to return an empty string. So here they have given the simple example. See here we have flower, flow, as well as the flight. So the longest common this one prefix here is fl. The output that they have given here is fl, because fl is common in three strings: flower, flow, and flight. Fl, right? So next comes the O. Basically O is not here. We can consider flo, but O is not present in the flight. Basically we have to find the longest common prefix within the number of strings that they have given within the array, right? So this one, right? So here within these strings the longest common prefix is fl, this one, right? So I hope this is completely clear, easy to understand, right? So the output that we got here is fl, or the output that they have displayed here is fl. This is fine. So let's come to the second part here, or the second example. They have given dog, race car, as well as the car. So there is no common prefix among the input strings at all here. In this case you can clearly see it starts from D, this starts from R, and this starts from C. There is no common prefix at all. So what we have to do in the question, they have already mentioned that if there is no common prefix, we have to return an empty string. In this case we will be returning the empty string. So I hope this is clear. This is one of the edge cases, right? So this is fine. I hope the question part is completely clear. They have given us the wonderful examples just for the sake of understanding purpose, right? So I hope the question part is completely clear. First, what we will do, let's discuss the approach followed by the complexities, and then let's write the code. Initially, let's discuss the approach first. So here I have considered the first example, the same first example that they have given in the question, so that it will be easier to understand, right? So we have already discussed this one. Among these strings, these three strings here, fl is the common one. We have already discussed this one, right? So the output that we need to display here is fl, right? So I hope this is clear. This is fine. We have already discussed this one. So the approach that we'll be going with to solve this particular problem is hash set. Basically, just remember this. We'll be going with a hashing by hash set, or you can just remember we'll be going with a hash set. So I hope this is clear. So the next part here is, just give me a second. Let's go with the step-by-step explanation here. The same example, the first example that I have considered here, right? So the first step here is we have to find the shortest string. So strings str is whatever given here. So first what we need to do, we need to find the shortest string among these three basically. So we have flower, flow, and flight here. In this case flower is of the length 6. Basically you can count the characters here: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So same, this will be 4, this will be 6, and this will be 6 as well. So flower, flow, and flight length will be 6, 4, and 6. Basically what we are doing here, we are finding the shortest string, right? Here in this case flow, we have flow basically. So the shortest string here is flow. This is fine. So next let's go with the next step. So we will generate all the prefixes of flow. We will generate all the prefixes of flow, and we will be storing that one in the hash set. Again I'm telling why we will be making use of the hash set. We need unique characters, and we need to store that characters somewhere. That is the reason we'll be making use of the hash set. Again I'm telling, if you don't know hash set and hash map, please go through the Java playlist. There I have explained clearly, and in the JavaScript also I have explained hashing, hash map, hash set, this one, and the properties of hash map, hash set, and even we have discussed about the hashing as well. You can just go through that one if you don't know hash set and hash map. I mean if you don't know hashing basically, right? So here we are generating all the prefixes of flow, and we are storing that one in the hash set. This is fine. So the next step, what are the prefixes that we have in the flow here? F, fl, flo, and flw. So we are storing that one in the hash set. This will be f, fl, flo, and flw. I hope this is clear, easy to understand, right? Let's move on with the next step here. So first we found out the shorter string among three that they have given, among the three strings that is present in the array. Basically, this one, what do you call, flower, flow, and flight. It was flow. Basically, in the flow, what we are doing, we are uh, generating all the prefixes of the shortest string, nothing but the flow here, and we are storing that one in the hash set. This is fine. F, FL, FLO, and FLOW. This is fine. So next, let's move on with the next step here. Now we are comparing with the flower. So next one is flower, right? So the first one we are going with. So first we found out this this one shortest string. Next we will be going as usual from the zeroth index will be start from the zeroth string will be starting. Basically the first string that is present in the array is flower, right? So now we are comparing that one with the flower. So in the flower, what are the characters that is present in the flower? FLOWER, right? So first we'll go with F is already present in the set. So these are the things that is present in the set: F, FL, FLO, FLOW, right? So F is already present in the set, this matches, this is fine. FL is also in the set, so this matches, this is fine. So FLO is also present in the set, this matches. FLOW is also present in the set, so this matches here. FL, FLO, FLOW, this is already present in the set, right? So we have uh, pushed this one into the set. Basically FL, FLO, FLOW is present, so this is fine. FLOW, E is not present, right? Flow is the shortest string and it consists of the longest string is FLOW, right? Here in this case, FLOW is not present here. In this case, what we will do, we will stop here, right? So prefix set, still the prefix set consists of FL, FLO, FLOW, these four strings. Still the prefix set still consists of F, FLO, F, FL, FLO, and FLOW strings, right? So I hope this is clear. Next, let's come to the step 4 or the final step here. So now we will compare with the flight. We have compared flow with flower. Now we are comparing flow with flight. This is the last string, right? Accordingly with the example 1 we are going. So this is the last string. So now again, all the characters will go with all the characters. F, L, I, G, H, T. First we'll go with F. F is present in the string. FL, FL is present. Then FLI. FLI is not present in the prefix set. Basically, see here, F, FL. Next it has to be FLO. Then FLOW, right? FL is present and FLI is not present. So we will stop here. So now what we will do, these two things are removed. FLO and FLOW is removed because this is not present in the this one flight, basically. So this is not present in the flight. So these two things will remove. Now the prefix set consists of only F and FL. These two things, F and FL, right? So now what we will do, from the final hash set, nothing but the previous one here, from the final hash set we will consider the longest prefix, nothing but FL in this case. FL, longest hash set means the length, the string that consists the string which is of the longest length, basically, right? Here in this case this is of the length 1 and this is of the length 2, basically, right? F and FL. So we will be considering the longest prefix. In this case we'll be considering the FL. Output of F and FL, this one, basically this one as FL. This is not F, basically output of this one, out of F and FL, answer is FL. So the final output that we need that we are displaying here as FL, or that we got here as FL. I hope this is completely clear, very easy to understand, right? So we saw this one step by step clearly. We first, what we did, we found the shortest string among the three: flight, flow, and flower. Flow, and flight. Flow was the shortest string, basically. After that, we compared flow with this one, flight. Then we come this one, flower. Then we compared flow with the flight. So among that, the common prefix was this one. We found was FL. So that one we are displaying in the form of output. Final output we got here as FL, the longest common prefix, which is equivalent to the output that they have given for the this one, first example, that they have given in the first example, basically. So the approach works absolutely correct in this case. Now the approach works absolutely correct in this case. So I hope the approach part is completely clear. Now let's do one thing. Let's discuss the complexities. I hope the approach part is completely clear. So the time complexity will be big of m into n. So why the time complexity will be big of m into n? So basically the time complexity of the code that we will be writing will be big of m into n. Why it will be big of m into n here in this case? M is nothing but the length of the shortest string. In our case, the example whatever that we saw, the shortest string was this one, flow, right? M is nothing but the length of the shortest string, and n is nothing but the number of strings that is present in the array, or number of strings you can consider. So the time complexity would be quite obviously m into n, nothing but the length of the shortest string into number of strings, right? So we will be processing each prefix of minimum string, and we will be comparing that one with all the strings that is present in the array. So overall time complexity would be quite obviously big of m into n. I hope this is clear, easy to understand, right? So what will be the space complexity here? The space complexity would be big of m. When I say the space complexity is big of m, for storing prefixes of the shortest string in the hash set, uh, quite obviously it will be m. So we will be considering length of the shortest string, right? So the space complexity uh, will be big of m, nothing but we are storing the prefixes of the shortest string in the hash set, right? So the space complexity would be big of m in this case. Just give me a second here. This one, the time complexity is will be big of m into n, and the space complexity will be big of m for the code that we will be writing, right? So I hope the approach part and the complexities part is completely clear. Now let's do one thing, let's start writing the code quickly. So here, what shall we do? If you remember the edge case, this one, if the array is empty, then we have to return empty string immediately, right? So this is one of the edge cases. Let's do one thing. Um Let me make use of the if condition. So this one we have strs, right? So this one, right? This is fine. If the length of strs, nothing but if the array is empty, we have to return the empty string immediately. Means if strs dot length here, this is 0, then we need to return the empty string, right? So this is fine. This is one of the edge cases. Just give me a second here. So the next step here is we have to find the string with the minimum length to limit the prefix size. Basically this we saw in the approach, the first step, right? So let's write the code. Let's assume first string is the shortest here. Initially let's assume that the first string is the shortest. So I can just write in this way. I'll just consider minimum string min str. So let we are considering the first string is the shortest, right? I can just go with strs of 0. We are just assuming for now. So now let me write the simple, let's iterate through all the strings basically, right? So let's iterate through all the characters, right? So characters that is present within the strs. So I can just write in this way: int I equals 1, I less than length of the strs and I plus plus. So this is fine. So within the for loop, what we will be doing, let's write the simple if condition here. If str of I, this one dot length, so this one is less than min string dot length. So then what we will do, within the if condition, we will update the minimum string if we find a shorter one than the previous one, right? So let's, this is simple. I'll just assign the minimum string to strs of I. This is fine. I hope this is clear. So let me come out of this one entirely. Next step, if you remember the next step, what we did, uh, we were making use of the hash set, right? So let's create the hash set. Why we need hash set here? Basically, we have to store all the prefixes of the shortest string somewhere, right? In the approach we saw, we stored all the prefixes of the shortest string in the hash set basically. So now let's create the hash set first. So I'll just go with hash set here. Hash set of, within the angle brackets, I'll just give string, and let me give here prefix set, this one new hash set, within the angle bracket I'll give string. So we have successfully created the hash set. After that one, I'll just make use of the string builder. Let me make use of the variable name sb itself. So here in this case, let's make use of the string builder here. String. So I should have copied this one instead of typing. This is fine. String builder. So the next step, we have to iterate through all the strings, right? Nothing but the minimum string. So for that one, I'll just go with 0 less than min str dot length here. Then let's increment the I. Sorry, I got confused here. This is fine. So within this for loop, we have to build the prefix character by character. We have already discussed this one during the approach. So how can I articulate the same thing in the form of code here? I'll just give sp dot, let's append this one to the min str. So let's make use of caret of I. This is fine. So next step here is, let's add all the prefix like f, fl, flo, flow, if you remember, right? So we considered the shortest string and we added all the this one prefix that was present in the fl, flo, and flow we considered for the shortest string, right? So then we have to compare. The next step is then we have to compare with the other strings as well. Before that one, we have to add. So how can we articulate the same thing in the form of code here? I'll just give prefix set. I'll make use of the property add here that the hash set provides. So I'll just give here sb dot to string in this case. This is fine. To string. So we are just adding the prefix like ffl, flo, flow, etc. So just keep this in mind. This is very important step. So after adding that one, if you remember, we have to iterate over all the other strings and intersect with the prefix set. Nothing but we compared, right? So fl, flo, and flow were already present in the hash set. Then we considered flower and we were trying to intersect, right, with that string. Nothing but we will iterate over all the other strings and intersect with the prefix set. Let's do the same thing here. So I'll just give for int I equals 0, I less than strs, right? So this one, let's increment the I here. Within this for loop, we have to skip the base string. Quite obviously, we have to skip the base string, right? So I'll just give you strs iterated value of strs here in this case. So let me make use of equals of min str in this case. So to skip the base string, we can just make use of the keyword continue here, right? So this one we can do. So the next step here is, let's temporarily set the current string. So again, I'll just go with hash set. So string, if you would have followed the approach correctly, you would be definitely knowing what I'm writing here, right? So here, let me make use of the variable temp set. So let's create the hash set here. So this one, hash set, this is fine. So the next step here is, let's make use of the string builder again. So I'll just go with string builder. I'll just consider the variable name temporary string builder, or temp sb I'll consider here. This will be new string builder. So let me copy the same thing here. I don't want to type this one again, man. Just give me a second here. This is fine. So the next step, let's go with another for loop here. So we have to compare, right? Or in simple terms, we have to iterate over the all. I mean, we have to iterate over all the strings, all other strings, and we have to intersect with the prefix set. So next, let's make use of another for loop here. I can just write in this way: int j equals 0, j less than iterated value of the strs dot length here. Mm, length, we have to make use of this one, right? This is Java. Just give me a second. Parenthesis. This is fine. Length, and let me do one thing. Let me increment the j here. So within this for loop, let's do one thing. We have to build the prefix from the current string again. So let me make use of temp sb here. Let me paste this temp sb. So here what we are doing, we have to build the prefix from the current string. So let me make use of the append property here. Append strs iterated value of the strs. Then let's make use of the caret. Caret basically j, right? So j we have given, yeah, j. This is fine. Next step is again, we need one variable which is of the type string, nothing but the current prefix here. In this case, I'll just go with current prefix equals temporary sp. This one we have to convert this one to the string. So I'll just make use of the toString property here. I hope this is clear. So next step, let's make use of the simple if condition. We have to keep only the matching pattern, right? So we had three strings. First we found out shortest string, nothing but the flow, according to with the example one. Then we had other two strings, flower and flight. So we have to keep only the matching prefixes in the hash set. For that one, we need to write the simple if condition. Let me write the simple if condition. You'll understand this one. This one is nothing but prefix set. So let me make use of the contains keyword here. This will be current prefix. This is fine. So within this if condition, what we will do, let's keep only, we have to keep only the matching prefixes here. So I'll just go with temp set. So I'll just make use of the add property here. This will be current prefix. So I hope this is completely clear. So else what we will do, uh, we have to stop checking if the prefix is not matched. So we have to basically break. We can just make use of the break here. We have to stop, right? So we have to stop checking if the prefix is not matched. Once if the prefix is not matched, entire thing will break and we should not continue. We saw the same thing while discussing the approach, right? So I hope this is clear. uh, then after this step, we have to update the main prefix set, right, with the new intersection. Every time we compare with the other string, first we compared with the flower, we got certain things in the hash set, right? Then same common prefixes in the hash set. Then we are comparing the same thing with another string, nothing but next we compared with the flight. Then we have to update the main this one, right, prefix set with the new intersection as well. So this one here, in this case, this will be prefix set equals temp set. So I hope this is clear, easy to understand, right? So next step, the final step here is, not the final step, basically final step within this, if no common prefix is found, then we have to stop early itself. So I'll just write the simple if condition, man. Here this will be prefix set. This one I'll just make use of the is empty property here. So if no common prefix is found, then we have to stop. For stopping, I'll just make use of the break keyword here. To skip, we might make use of the continue. For stopping, we'll be making use of the break keyword, right? So I'll just make use of the break keyword here. So let's come to the final part here, right? So if you know the approach, so from the final prefix set, we need to return the longest prefix here. So let me make use of the result keyword, result variable, and assign this one to the empty string. So what we are doing here, we are just returning the longest prefix from the final prefix set. So let's write the simple for loop here. I'll just go with, sorry, this has to be string s from the prefix set. So this one, let me copy. Where is the prefix set? This one. So let me paste it over here. So within this for loop, what we are doing, we have to uh, update the result if the longer prefix is found. If the longer prefix is found, then we have to update the result, right? So let's write the simple if condition for that. So this will be length of the s is greater than length of the result, basically. Then within the if condition, we will update the result. Nothing but result equals s. We have considered s string s here, this one, right? So this is fine. The final step is we have to return the final answer, nothing but the result in this case. So I'll just go. Did I miss something, man? Here, just give me a second. So let's return the this one final answer. So I'll just give here a return result. So this is fine. Let me format the code once and let me hit the run button. So I hope this works. Let's see. So what happened here? Strs dot length, line number 7, line number 8. So let's see what is wrong here. 7. So this one, what is wrong here? This one length has to be, this is fine. So let me hit the run button again. Mm, illegal start of the type. Why this one has become like this? Let's see. Same thing. Mm, identify expected equals 1. Line number 8 and line number 16, right? So here, this what do you call? This bracket has to be here basically. So I have misplaced the bracket basically. Let me format the document once. Let me do one thing here. Let's check where we have done wrong here. This one min dot length in the line number 15. Length I have to give parenthesis basically. Mm, and also one more thing here. This has to be, we have considered res, right? So this is not the complete result. So this is fine. So let me hit the run button now. At least this has to work now. Let's see. We have one more error. Cannot find the symbol. The length, the line number 7 and 20. Let's see. So in the line number 28, I think, yeah, we need to use the parenthesis instead of this one array here for the j, right? So this is function. So built-in function caret, this is fine. So let me hit the run button again. I hope this time at least it works. Let's see. Again, we are getting compile error. I think this is the property basically, right? Not the method. So let me do one thing here. Let me remove this parenthesis here, and also in the line number 20, let me remove this one strs.length. So here let me run the code now. So now you can clearly see here the sample test cases are getting passed, right? So I hope this works for all the test cases. Let's see. Let me hit the submit button. So yeah, you can clearly see here all the test cases are getting passed. So that was the problem basically. So that was the property, right? So no parenthesis was required in the line number 8. This one, I think in the line number 7, this one for the strs.length, and here as well strs.length. So no parenthesis was required in the line number 7 and 20. So now we have discussed the approach along with the complexities before writing the code. Now we have successfully written the code that works as well, right? So I hope the solution accordingly with the problem is completely clear. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.